right, guys. Well, I thought I'd hit the record button. I was looking online today, this morning, and I found some weird info that I kind of get inspired by, and they're protein receptors in our body called cryptochromes, and they're kind of neat. I won't go all the way down it, but I've been inspired by them, and they're just kind of like I don't know, they're little ribbons, so to speak. You know, kind of like if you took balloon ribbon and ran your scissors down them and they curly Q up, curly fries, I guess. So I'm gonna go try to find that in Blender and put curly fries in the game. Well, they're gonna be cryptochromes, guys, but we're looking for curly fries, basically. And then I'm gonna color them and I don't know, make it look like a party, I guess. I don't know. We're gonna make some weird scene. It's very abstract. Why not? It's a good exercise. I don't really quite know. I think they're going to be in add objects. So I'd imagine this is where this is at. I mean, I can think of several different ways to make them, but I'm gonna try to make it. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, guys. Let's go into objects. So what I started off with a blank slate here. Well, I took a base out of Creative, 1999, which was for that video that I had done. The Viking goes to do the karaoke, so that's a cool video. Anyway, we're gonna start here. I'm gonna click on my base here. I've imported this base and erased it, and I'm gonna go into add. Or let's go into add a mesh. Excuse me. Always when I turn the mic on, I get an itch in my throat. So we have our mesh here, and we're going to add this. And before we can't move this or do anything to this yet. So let's zoom in and let's get a good look at this thing before we do any kind of movements. And before you do any movements, you can make some changes over here in this little window right here. You can see we have some operator presets, and we're going to kind of look down here. Probably helix. We're just going to kind of look around. Helix would definitely, well, that's a lot of pieces though. Let's see, what are we at for, you want to keep your eye out down here on this tab down here. And if you don't have this tab down there on your if you haven't gone through and watched the basics video, you should probably go back and watch that first, because there's so many different tiny little added little small little things that add up. So right here you can see scene statistics, and if you right click, you do the right click on that, you can actually take this on and off. As you can see, I think it's default off, but in our case we're going to want this on, and it benefits us greatly. So on this, we could change this. Let's see the Y. Let's try something here. Let's take this Y. Let's take this 1 and add a 0 behind it and just see what happens. No, that's definitely not the way we want to go. So we just go back. So this is where I just play around a little bit here. What about a 0.7? What does that do to it? There we go. See, that's twisting it out the other way, and that's kind of what I want. But so what if I do like let's take that out like crazy? Is this where we're gonna be? Whoa, way too much. Let's throttle back on those zeros a little bit, son. It's still, look at that wave. That's so cool though. It's cool that we can do that. See, this is where like weird stuff comes about out of me. So let's throttle back on that 0 again a little bit here. Now we're getting into a manageable thing. So a 0.07 here. All right, let's go 0.03. Man, I must be I'm way off there here. Let's see. Let's play around here a little bit here. 1.7 looks good to me. That looks like about what I'm wanting, I think. So I like that actually. That's kind of looking like a cryptochrome pretty much. And our, let's see, let's our verts, and let's see our faces down there. Wow, that's a lot of faces. It's a lot of faces down there. Objects 1 of 2. Not sure why that's so complex. If we can come in here and look at things, we can bust this down, I guess. Let's see, U max. Let's steps. This 128. Definitely don't need that. Let's take that down. Let's take that down to like 50. And see what happens. Let's take a look back at that. Now let's take a look at those faces down there. It's still at 600, but you can see that we have a lot of the sideways motion stuff here. I think that has to maybe 12. That's not the 12 number. Let's take this way back anyway. Here, let's just take this to 6. See what happens. Okay. V max, V steps 128. Let's take that down to 6. I think that might be the number that I'm looking for. Boom. All right, now we're very drastically have taken this down to. Now we can change this. Now we can see. I haven't moved anything yet, but if I started moving anything, then we lost a lot of information in here, though. But let's say I can change this in man, we're no venture, no gain. Like I said, we're kind of, it's hollow. That would be kind of neat to walk through it, I guess. At 300 pieces, we could have one long chroma, cryptochrome here. I'm gonna take this up. I'm liking this. It's at 300 faces, and we're gonna try to put a piece on the outside of every one of these faces here. And then we're going to see if we can translate that into the game and walk through it, which I think I have some faith in this. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the screen here, and I'm going to hit Tab. And then I'm going to go over here and move this up. And I'm going to go ahead and scale this bigger here. To a size where I think I'm going to be able to walk through this thing. So you know that base computer is going to be something I'm going to be a stand on that thing, and maybe a little bit bigger than this. Let's take this up. Wrong button. It's my first day. And let's stand this up, I guess, here. Kind of neat. Serpent-y, you know? Snaky like. Let's move this back over. Let's get it really right onto this. That way I can angle it correctly. And this will be our entrance. So we can come up a little bit, I think. I like that. We're just going to duplicate this now. Okay, so what we do here is we're going to add a part in that I want to piece there. And I think a floor might be okay with this. Let's go into parts and let's try some stuff here. Let's get rid of some of these things. This info that I don't need. And let's go with the alloy floor. Something simple, I guess. And let's try to match it up almost to like a face size here. So you want it a little bit bigger than that. That's roughly about what we want. We can always scale them up individually, individual origins anyway. But that's about roughly the size of it. So I'm going to take this and let's go ahead and we got that highlighted. We're going to hit Shift, hold it, and tap the other one. Hit Control P. And let's set parent to the object here. Now we're going to go into our right hand side tab over here, and we're going to hit on the little square guy here and scroll down to instancing. Now you can play with this and get different results, and we might do some of that here right now, but this is something that you can play with. I'm kind of pointing you in the right direction. So that doesn't look good. And let's align to the vertex. I mean, interesting. Can you walk through that? I don't think so. It's not aligning with it. Let's go to faces here. So faces are in it, and let's go scale, and let's take this up so we can see what's going on. And again, our faces are all cockeyed on the original. Doesn't mean I can't play around and get some weird results though. Just to see what's going on here. So I don't like that, and it's definitely not going to work with these floor panels because they don't align correctly. And I'm sure I might be able to get this right. Let's see. I don't know. If I can go to individuals. I think there's just an easier way for me to do this, and I could sit here and play with this all day. But I'm gonna go back. I'm just gonna hit let's hit Control Z, and let's go back to let's go back to the original point where I added that floor in. All right, we took the floor out. Now let's add in a decoration, a sphere, I think is what I want. Here we go. Okay. So, and let's just keep these around the same size. Now, the sphere is not going to, it's going to translate to the faces a lot better because it's a round object and it doesn't really matter which way it's pointed. So we're not going to get disoriented by the, by when it automatically places it. All right, so we hit the shift and tap on it, the control P once again. We're going to set object to parent, and then we're going to come over to this little tab over to the vertices once more. And then you can see that now we have an object that looks a little bit more manageable for me anyway. And let's just play around here. Aligned, we can, I kind of like that better. We can see faces and come in here, and I think you can see kind of what's going on here. We can do that later too as well. So I think I'm gonna go back to the way I had it here, and I like that. We're gonna Control Z that and go back to where it is now, and then I think you go into objects, go into transform. Nope, go into apply, make instances real. All right, there we go. Now these pieces that are in the game are really in the game. We've just made their existence real. Okay, so we can actually click on this now and get rid of it. And then I want to get rid of the original piece here and highlight the rest of this. Make sure that all that in the middle is highlighted. Okay, so I'm going to come down here to individual origins, and I think I'm going to just take this on a local level because I just do that. I don't think I need to do that, but I do that when I'm messing around like this. And I'm going to bring these and make them bigger to where they're touching like that. Now we have this little hollow tube for sure. Not exactly what I wanted, but I'm okay with what I got, I guess. It looks neat, and I'm going to bring it into the game. We could change this with lights, I guess. We are in creative, so this might look neat if we can turn these into lights. And that might be beneficial, too, as far as how you walk through it. The lights always seem to make a pretty cool tunnel. So we're going to go down to lights and grab some. Wow, there's so many more parts in here. It's crazy. All right, let's see. Green, white, pink. Let's go pink. Blue. Blue is cool. Chroma. You know, and then blue is proper for this anyway, so because the Cryptochromes, I guess, respond more to blue light. So we're gonna highlight all of the we're gonna touch this and then highlight this. All right. And we're going to go into Peter Lon's tool and do the object replacement. Coolest thing about that tool. So awesome. Okay, so it's cockeyed and weird because the faces are so odd on that. That's where if I was a Blender professional, I'd probably know how to do this. And I'm sure I can get different results. I know I can do this. I've already done that type of stuff with the lights. I think it's just the piece that I've used and how you set it up. But the Cryptochrome here, I'm going to be all right with that. We're going to take this and we're going to see if I can double this. Maybe connect it or just get some kind of weird dance going on here, so to speak. Okay, so I am still at local. We're going to go global, and we're going to go to median point, and then spin this. Okay, so I could either make it dance and have like sort of a helix thing, which I think is kind of cool. That would be like opposite sides, right? And then we need to what, take it up or move it down or sideways, or there we go, something like that. That's a cool dance. It'd be really cool if I tied them all together somehow. Where are we at? Well, on parts. Objects, 715. So let's duplicate this one more time and rotate it. It's huge. It's definitely big. It's bigger than you think it is. Okay, let's spin this around. I was wondering if I could conjoin these and make it look kind of weird or something, and that's where I'm at right now. We're just playing around. And you might be able to get something close here. It's not going to look natural though, and if it's not fluid looking, then I just don't want it, I guess. And I could do this many different other ways if I wanted to really connect this and make this fluid. Again, I came in trying to go for a very a ribbon type of thing, and I think I got close to pretty much what I wanted. And if we rotated, it's tough. I'm trying to get it right on there. There we go. And that's sort of a meeting, I guess. We're gonna. All right, let's abort that mission. Okay, we can either go up or down with it, I guess, or have three of them dancing. I don't want them touching each other though. That's my secondary goal, I guess, if I had one. There we go. Just a little up. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. Okay, I like that. And let's, what do we got down here? We got 1,000. Let's duplicate this one more time and spin it around and see if we can get a I'm not touching you crazy knot. All right, we definitely got some contact going on there. We got a hole down here. We can do it through this hole. And that's almost right there, huh? Let's go. That's not looking too bad. Let's rotate this, I guess, and get almost touching on the other side. And then what? It's got to go down slightly. Down slightly and over to the right there. Oof. A little bit more. Can't be touching. All right, no touchy. No touchy. All right, that looks good. I mean, that's going to be interesting to look at, I think. So, I don't know. What am I going to splash some colors on this or something? Let's do that. Let's go into back into here. Let's go into colors, and let's tie-dye this thing here. I think here. So let's get rid of the base flag, and let's go a stripe of blue, and let's do another. Oh. Stop touching everything, and let's do a color over here of red, and let's knock it off over there. Let's do another color over here of purple, and we'll slice one through the middle like this and go green, and let's export this and see what it looks like, folks.